This edition of the FAXTORY Podcast Show is brought to you in part by Motion Pictures. Remember, the FAXTORY Podcast Show is rated a special AE for any and everyone. View discretion is advised. Just kidding. I don't know how many times I got to reiterate that. Up in the whip, we riding. Right hand on your thigh while I'm...
It's good to be back in the OG studio. Yo, what's good? What it is? We back with the Fax.Koolaid podcast show. This is episode 17. It's such a blessing to be back, coming back to y'all, back in the OG podcast room post-graduation. You know what I'm saying? Post-graduation, but the grind don't stop, and we're back again. And I appreciate all the support that we've been receiving, everything in the factory. We see everything, you feel me, on every single social media platform, on YouTube. We see everything, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm just appreciative for everybody and all the support that everybody has shown, especially me, my birthday and graduation. It's all greatly appreciated. We got a few things to cover today. We got the return of the call-ins. Very excited for that. A few topics that's trending all across the world, and we're going to get to it. Now, expect episodes to come way more frequently, especially because there's no school to worry about, ladies and gentlemen. So we got more free time to handle content. It's going to be a lot more content that's brought out from the factory. So as I mentioned, every single time I'm a speaker, not a yapper. Let's get into it. Now, I got to talk about Streaming University because obviously, you know, it was a blessing for me, and I'm going to explain in a second. Shout out Cenat. I'm going to talk about him in a second. When the news of Streaming University came about, many people inboxed me and asked me if I was going to apply to go. You feel me? Because this wasn't just for streamers. Now, I decided not to because I wanted to cover it. You know what I'm saying? And I became the first and only stream journalist. You feel me? And I decided to cover the event. Now, many people ask me, why did you take the journalistic approach and reported everything that happened at Streaming University? Fam, I did that because, bro, whether you like it or not, bro, streaming, everything of the sort, it's about to be very essential to media, bro, and entertainment. It's about to be very essential to media and entertainment, whether you like it or not. Like, if you look at Streaming University, people viewed that as TV, reality TV, entertainment TV. It was people watching Streaming University in the morning, in the afternoon, at nighttime. The only time people didn't watch the streamers, if you're a streamer, if you're a stream watcher, was during the Eastern Conference Finals, Western Conference Finals. Other than that, you've seen a decrease in regular TV listings because of Streaming University. Like, it's becoming big, bro. It's becoming a phenomenon. And many of y'all feel like streaming is lame, and y'all are going to say not many people watch it. But guess what? A lot of people also do watch it. Like I said, it's no coincidence that TV listings went down as Streaming University was going on. You may not watch it, but guess what? A lot of people do watch streamers, bro. And it's all fun and games until your favorite celebrity starts streaming. It's all fun and games until your favorite athlete starts streaming during their off season, bro. And I know this is true because remember when the podcast epidemic started? I don't know if y'all remember that. Me and a few other OGs was the only people using mics for content. Everybody started doing podcasts, bro. Celebrities, non-celebrities, athletes, artists, musicians, like so many people started doing podcasts, bro. If you don't think that there's a chance that might happen with streaming, bro, you tweak it. It's gonna happen. And there's some people that's already getting on top of that, bro. The opinions of streamers are starting to matter, bro. Why you think rappers are calling these streamers to come on their streams? Why you think rappers are making sure that these big time streamers are playing their new music on their stream when it comes out? Drake Ben got on top of that. Drake is in contact with all these streamers every time an album comes out. You feel me? Like, they are becoming the new advertisement, bro. The opinion of a few streamers can tear down an artist. I know y'all see what's going on with Soulja Boy and DDG, fool. Like, the fall off of Soulja Boy that you could argue was already there, it got even worse because of DDG. You feel me? DDG is more successful than Soulja Boy right now, bro. Even though Soulja Boy kind of made that bet himself, you feel me? It's like, yo, the opinion of the streamers matter, bro. So if you want to start streaming, and then it's a whole lot of money in this, bro. Are you serious, bro? It's a whole lot. It's too much money in this, bro. So if you want to start streaming, bro, now is the best time because now it's starting to become more accepted, bro. You hear celebrities saying that they were watching Streaming University, that they wish that they could have, you know what I'm saying? You got artists that talk about next year they want to perform at Streaming University. Like, what? Like, it's becoming a phenomenon, bro, whether you like it or not. So just join the wave. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you. If you want to be a streamer, now's the time to start. As far as Streaming University goes, it was one topic that a specific supporter of mine wanted me to talk about, and that's how Zoe Spencer got left out. And again, if you don't know who that is, this is why it's important to utilize those timestamps, ladies and gentlemen. It might be something that you don't know anything about that you might want to hear me talk about, bro, but you don't know what it is. Use the timestamps in the description so you can know and go to directly what you want to hear me talk about. So as we know, Zoe Spencer got left off of Streaming University. Now some folks asked me because I watched the whole thing. I covered the whole thing. Do you feel like Zoe Spencer would have helped Streaming University or made it like made it negative? You feel like she would have had a bad impact over streaming university? I'm gonna be completely honest. The answer is yes and no. If Cenat feels like Zoe was gonna cause a distraction, oh my fucking goodness, bro. If Cenat feels like Zoe Spencer was gonna cause all types of tension, clearly he knows something that we don't know. But there was a lot of collabs, and at the end of the day, Zoe is funny. You feel me? It could have been things that she could have did to make streaming university just a tad bit funny had she left out the negativity. But many people feel like when it comes to Zoe Spencer, it's nothing but negativity. But if you're really watching it, bro, you can't say that it would have been nothing that she could have did over there. You feel me? Definitely would have made some funny moments there, bro. And I get it, she's a negative archetype, but bro, all the girls that was there, the impact that they made having Zoe Spencer there, it definitely would have made for a few more entertaining times. Like, we could be honest and we could say this with an honest straight face, you feel me? But again, that's only if you follow streamers and all that stuff. They know what I'm talking about. Now I want to talk about Kai, bro. Kai is really cementing a crazy legacy for himself, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Streamer University, his creation was bigger than himself, but it was there because of him. You feel me? So when you think of Stream University, you start to think of a million other streamers and the possibility that comes with it. But then you remember that Kai is on top of all of this, bro. Like, it's really crazy to me, bro. If you don't think that Cenat is gonna touch a billy soon, bro, that's gonna happen, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Cenat is gonna touch a billion, fool. He's gonna touch a billion. And you know this is true because Cenat is helping people become six-figure dudes. He's helping folks become six-figure folks. He's helping folks become millionaire folks. You don't think he gonna touch a billion soon, bro? Come on, bro. You gotta understand how this works, bro. And he's only 23, bro. There's so many avenues of places that he can go. And one of the reasons why he's gonna touch a billion, it doesn't upgrade unnecessarily, bro. He got hit up by Netflix, Amazon Prime, all these big old places, all these major companies because they want to get a part of this streaming university. They want to get a part of that streaming university tactic, man. They want to be a part, but nah, Kai don't need a collab with the big companies. You feel me? He's not leaving no money on the table, bro. He's not splitting any of that, bro. That's why he's gonna be a billionaire soon, bro. And obviously, folks know that Kai hit me during the weekend because again, I was covering streaming university. He a real one at the end of the day, and when it comes to people like that, bro, those people end up being the most successful. He deserves it. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, the best thing to come out of Stream University, in my opinion, because folks also asked me that, my ball. Let's just keep it a band. That was one of the best things to come out of Stream University. It's the best because it can go so many different ways, brother. That's my ball. Oh, but that used to be his ball. You know the balls that be like all like rusted up and like peeling off, bro? That goes for a girl that's ran through, you feel me? When somebody steals your ball at the park because you playing another game, that means that they took your girl because you didn't lock her down. You didn't watch over your ball, and now your ball belongs to somebody else. I send you a video of me dunking, means your ball has been touched, my guy. Somebody else has been with your ball and they've been slamming it straight, running through, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Now, me personally, I like Who Vibe Is You. Who Vibe Is You is way better than my ball if we being for real, because that's just straightforward. There's no way that you could twist that one. Who Vibe Is You, bro? Like, DDG, bro. Like, at some point, we got to give DDG credit, bro. You got to remember all the stuff that he's been going through in the news, you know what I'm saying, with his baby mother, you feel me? When he was at Streaming University, you would have thought that never existed the way he just focused and locked in on his own work, bro. You would have thought it's never affecting him, bro. DDG know how to lock in. Like, DDG got to get his credit for that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And obviously now, many people are locking in on content because many people want to go to Streaming University next year. They want to be a part of all the fun and all that. What I would say to people who wants to get in content and streaming because of Streaming University that, they want to go, what I'll tell you is, bro, you really got to grind if you really want to be there, man. All this talk about folks that went to Streaming University and didn't capitalize, bro, you got to take advantage of your opportunity, bro. And until that time that it comes back next year, if it does, we don't know. But if it does, bro, you got to be grinding up until then, bro. You didn't get invited to Streaming University, grind until the next one. You couldn't go to DreamCon, you didn't get invited to DreamCon, grind until the next one. All these people that's on top of the game, Talil, Burleezy, Kai, Agent, all these people that's running this, they'll tell you the same thing, bro. They'll tell you the exact same thing, bro. You got to grind every single day, man. And folks might be like, bro, every single day is wild. But let me tell you something, bro. The real winners, those that really know what it is, it's not like, oh, we gonna turn on the switch tomorrow, we gonna lock in tomorrow. No, every day is the time, bro. Every day is the time. You might figure out what you've been needing to figure out today. You might win today. Like, what? You can't let no day go by without you going at your plans and your dream, because you might win that day. You feel me? Especially when it comes to content and all like that. That doesn't even just go for content. If you're a musician, you got to be on that every day. Today might be the day you figure out the name of that great song. Today might be the day that you figure out that melody you've been trying to figure out. Even if you're in the gym, today might be the day that you figure out what workout works for you, fool. With your job, like with anything you want, bro, every day is the time. Like you can't be one of those that has to wait for it to come to you. When I be over there grinding and when I be over here away from folk and I be trying to get things done, you feel me? I don't say, okay, like tomorrow is gonna be the time. No, every day is the time. Like the time is every day. I want to be a part of that upper echelon of people, like those that win, you feel me? So in my opinion, it's very important to have folks and brothers around that think like that. Like some folks really just don't get it. It's mentally taxing for my partner to be grinding in Dallas. He's not even in the city, but it's still obvious that he's grinding and I'm not doing the same thing. Like that's gonna F me, like that's gonna F with me, bro. Like it's gonna eat me alive to know that my partners is out in their respective places and, you know what I'm saying, areas of work handling what they need to do and I'm not doing the same thing. That's why when it comes to winners, you gotta keep people that also want to be winners around you, bro. That goes for both genders, bro. I'm not saying cut off folks that don't have that passion. It's okay. I'm still cool with you. You feel me? I still love you, but I got to handle these priorities. And it's like, we can hang out when it's time to hang out. But like, if you're not trying to be on that every single day or as frequent as possible, bro, we just can't be around each other as much. And that's okay. You feel me? People will understand you later. And if they don't want to understand you, that is what that is. You got to keep going, bro. You got to prioritize having people around you that want to win like every single day. Also realizing that it doesn't matter where you are, man. It does not matter where you are. I've always heard and I always say like, bro, you can't change the beginning, but you can start where you at and change the ending. Like you have to believe that no matter where you are, it's always a greater spot for you, bro. When you keep that on your mind, how can you give up, man? How can you give up? You might win tomorrow. Like that's why I said every day is the time, bro. Like it's no waiting for tomorrow, waiting for next week, bro. Like today is the time, bro. And it's just like always remembering that you can get out of the situation that you're in. Like, and you can start a new one. If you don't like where you at, bro, it's okay to start over, bro. You feel like everybody figures it out when they're at their late teens, early 20s, bro. It's folks that done figured stuff out when they was in their late 20s. Always remember, though, like, you got to get on it. You got to be very biased to action, bro. When you're biased to action, oh, your chances of winning increase crazily, bro. Never forget, bro, when I started to be on other people's shows, you feel me? I was on this one person show, right? Shout out BK. He wanted to get me on the show. Money was going to be generated from it. Telling me the details of everything, and I was like, okay, this sounds good. Like we can sign the contract and everything for it, make it official. And he was like, okay, we probably gonna run it next week or maybe the week after. I stopped and I was like, I ain't gonna lie. You got the cameras? He was like, yeah. I was like, you got the script? He was like, yeah. I was like, you got everything figured out, correct? He was like, correct. I was like, yo, we can literally run this today. Like, what? Like, bro, you have to be biased to action, though. People that are biased to action will always be greater than people who think about something and sit on it, bro. Pause. Like the thing about me, bro, I take pride in how I move when it comes to business because I like to be faster than other people, bro. If something is trending and I need to cover it, I might need to stop what I'm doing to go home and cover that, bro. The fast win, bro. If you have everything figured out and you're biased to action, bro, the way I like to work, and this might sound kind of crazy at times, but like, let's say a new trend is out and something needs to be talked about, bro. While you're studying for it and then you decided that you're going to cover it tomorrow or the day after, by the time you start covering it, I've already made 3 mistakes and I've already figured out how I'm going to make it work with that same topic or trend. Those people that are biased to action, those are the people that win, bro. You got to be on it, bro. That's with all your ideas. You know how Michael Jackson literally said, if I had an idea or a song, I had to get on it or else Prince was going to steal it. Bias to action, bro. Like, you got to get on your P's and Q's right now. You can't wait, bro, because once you wait, somebody might take it. It might be expired. It might be old. The most successful people are those that work fast. Figure things out, think things through, but they get it done fast, bro. They're on it fast, bro. When you're on it faster than everybody else, you have time to make mistakes. You have time to go through hurdles. You have time to work out the circumstances, but be biased to action, bro. That'd be one of my biggest advice to people, bro. Now, I'm doing call-ins, so there is no Q&A this episode. But, of course, whenever people DM me and they want me to talk about something, I choose between everything that people want me to talk about, and I point out one thing that's very important, you know, for time purposes. And people talk to me about knowing what's important to look at when it comes to relationships, you feel me? Men-wise to ladies. And what I always tell men, bro, and, well, I haven't said it on this show yet, but Some things are more important than others, especially the older that you get, bro. This might sound stupid. There are some things that are non-negotiable when I'm attracted to you. I care less about your shape and your body, less than you knowing the difference between there, and there. I promise you, cancel me right now if you want to. It is very important for me to know that you are intelligent versus what your body looks like. I promise you, bro. It'll be so many times when I was in college, when you know what I'm saying, dudes, you know what I'm saying, sometimes we talk about the girls that we, you know what I'm saying, that we messing with or that we're involved with or whatever. And there'll be times where I'm talking and I mention a girl that I like or something. And they'll be like, bro, you tripping. She don't look better than this girl. Hey, but guess what? She's more intelligent though. She got passion though. Yeah, her face may not be up to par as the girl that you talking about. And I'm not saying that the girl you talking about is not intelligent or whatever, but I know that this one is crazy intelligent. I've seen the way that the girl you talking about texts and talks on a regular basis, bro. The one I'm messing with, the one I got right here is brighter than that. She's better. She's more supportive. She's more caring. You can find fine girls every day. But the things that are within, the things that cannot be taught, those are what's more important, bro. And I'm getting to an age, I'm 23, you feel me? Just turned 23 like not too long ago. I'm getting to an age where looks are not the top tier priority, bro. It's really not. It's about what's within. Personality matters. I care more about what your talent is and what you want to do when you grow up and what you're doing every single day to progress your dream, rather than you being the best looking girl on the block when we go to camp. You feel me? I care about all that way more. In high school and at your HBCU, it might be easy to just be like, oh, I want the best looking girl, best looking body. But no, when you grow up, bro, you realize that doesn't matter, bro. It's going to get to a point where you get old and you're going to need somebody to be there with you whenever your parents pass away. And if you were an absolute bird who looks pretty, you're not going to know how to, that's not going to mean anything later. You feel me? Now, I'm not saying go after absolute tree. You feel me? Don't go after somebody that looks like a tree branch, but understand that it's more than just looks and personality. And if you don't believe that that's true, it's going to hit you when you grow up. It matters more. You feel me? Now, before we get into these call-ins, let me talk sports. You feel me? I got to talk about everything that's going on. Now, I have not came to y'all on the pod since my team lost. I ain't gonna lie, I haven't been in here talking sports in a long time. So let me cover some things I need to get off my chest from my past episodes. First of all, Indiana Pacers, I apologize. As people know, I said Indiana was going to lose first round in 6. And boy, I was wrong. I'm real enough to understand and accept my faults and realize that. You feel me? Now that I done watched all the playoffs, I can make my analysis about the Pacers. You feel me? The Indiana Pacers are by far the most AAU team that the NBA has ever seen, bro. Honorable mentions, 2002 Kings, all those Raptor teams and Hawks teams, but no, this team is so AAU, bro. They're the most EYBL Session 2, Peach Jam, Adidas Gauntlet in the late 2010s, UAA in the mid 2010s. They're the most AAU team I've ever seen. The perfect type of freelance basketball. It's very tough to beat them, bro. You see why Boston Celtics fans talk about the Indiana Pacers as if they're talking about like the Flying Dutchman, bro. Like they play hard than hell. Like it's very hard to beat them, bro. And it's like the head of the snake is Hallie. And let me say this, man. And this is to all the sports aficionados and analysts on these different TV stations. You feel me? If every single game and or series, Hallie is doing more impressive things, and the first conversation on your show is Halliburton a superstar? Clearly, he's a superstar, bro. If you have to constantly ask yourself, is Halliburton a superstar because he keeps doing superstar-esque things? He's a superstar, bro. Like, it's okay. I didn't think it was too. I was wrong. He's a superstar, bro. Let's normalize giving people respectable flowers, bro. Clearly, he's that, bro. For him to be named the most overrated player and to constantly do these things, like, bro, what more can people say? And, boy, let me tell you something, man. I don't think the Indiana Pacers will beat OKC in the finals. But, boy, if they do, some disgusting conversations will need to be had, bro. Like, it's gonna get spooky. Somebody gotta go out of that top 10, man. Like, somebody's gotta go. Somebody gotta get buffed down, bro. The conversations are going to be disgusting, but they will need to be had, bro. It's going to be hard for you to tell me that Hallie is not a superstar, that he's not a top 10 player if he beats a historically great OKC team, bro. If he does that, bro, prepare the conversations, bro. I can't wait to see what First Things First, FS1, ESPN, Inside the NBA. I can't wait to see what everybody has to say if that happens, bro. The conversations will need to be disgusting. Voted most overrated player, and now he beats the MVP? Point guard to point guard. I don't care about the depth of the team. If the head of the snake of the Indiana Pacers, Halliburton, beats the head of the snake, SGA, it's gonna get real wicked out here, bro. Then the conversations better be had or I'm gonna tweak out, bro. Now, before I stop the conversation for the call-ins, you feel me? Let me speak WNBA just for 1 second. I gotta talk about this. Angel Reese. Everybody knows I'm a fan of Angel Reese, you feel me? But I'm also a fan of Caitlin Clark. This is WNBA, by the way. Now, Angel, you notice how when you almost broke the jaw of Alyssa Thomas, we ain't say nothing? Hell, we applauded it. That's what comes with sports, bro. It's not just we're hating on you, bro, because when you did that, we was all on your side. She chokeslammed you like Kane and Undertaker last year, and you got your payback. You can't find not one negative comment. Nobody called you a monkey. Nobody said that you're a rebel. Nobody said any of that, bro. When you come to the league, a grown man's sport, or a grown woman's sport for that matter, criticism comes, you feel me? It fluctuates, bro. When you decide to almost break Alyssa Thomas's jaw on that screen, we love it. That's sports, you feel me? We not just all hating on you, bro. We not just all hating. And let me also say this, bro. I think the scariest thing for sports, like coverage in general, is if Angel Reese becomes one of the best bigs in the WNBA. Like if she fixes her layup problem, starts putting up very efficient stats, oh my goodness. The tour is going to be crazy. Like, I want Angel Reese to be one of the best bigs in the league, bro. Because that'll make that's what's going to bring money. You feel like folks hating on you now, then you give us a reason to not hate you. Then you welcome the haters because you killing. Oh, that'll be amazing. That'll be amazing, bro. I just can't wait to see what that would look like, bro. I'm rooting for the girl, man. I want to cover the WNBA one day. I'm rooting for all of that, bro. But without further ado, bro, before we end off this episode, because again, there's going to be many coming to you next week. I want to drop 2 the week after, 2 every single week. Let's get to the call-ins, bro. If you ever want to call into the Fax.Koolaid podcast show, remember, DM Fax.Koolaid on any single social media platform. One of me, my social media managers will get to you now. Let's get it. All right, yo.
Hey.
Yo, what's poppin', love? Welcome to the Fax.Koolaid pod show.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Appreciate you for calling and supporting, of course, always. As mentioned, we brought back the call-ins because many people wanted them back. You feel me? A lot of people have been trying to get in. You're on the first show that we're bringing them back. So what avenue would you want to talk about? You got a Q&A, you got an unpopular opinion, or you want Q&As? Either one, let me know.
Yeah, the Q&A. Ask me some questions. Let's get it.
Okay. Just remember, the Factory does not judge. Be as honest as you want to. You feel me? We ain't nothing going to happen to you. That's why we keep all these anonymous.
For sure.
Okay. Off the rip, what's the most delusional thought you've ever had? Let's hear it.
That I could change a man. You can't change a man. You can't. No matter if you're cooking that man breakfast, lunch, and dinner, doing a backflip into a split, you can't.
Hey, let me tell you something, bro. You can change a man, brother. You can change. You can influence a man, bro. Like you can. Why you feel like you can't change a man?
It don't matter. He already was raised with that mindset. What did she say? K. Michelle say? Can't change him. He was already raised like that. You can't change a man's mindset. It don't matter what you do, how good of a woman you are. You're not changing that man. It don't matter what qualities you got.
So I ain't gonna lie. I know personal experiences of women changing dudes. Like they come into a man's life and they become a better man. Like that happens, bro. I'm telling you.
But if they're at the worst of the worst, like imagine, you can't change the hood man into a scholar.
But why are you chasing the hood man? See, I got you. I caught you.
Like, what if it just happens though? Like, what if it just happens? Like, y'all meet, y'all click, y'all vibe, and then you find out like he a hood dude, and you trying to change him. You can't change him.
Did you just?
If he already been a player, but you know, men be hiding that. Like they be hiding that they be playing. Like they really turn into Oscar level actors, and then once you actually fall for him, that's when he show his cards, and it's already too late because I already fell for you. Now I'm going to try to change you into the man that I met you at when I first met you, and I can't do that.
I assume you've been through a lot of heartbreak. It's not funny.
Stop, yes.
Bro, so don't you feel like that leads to a different conversation of y'all not knowing which men to choose? Because you talked about hood dudes, and I'm like, no disrespect to hood dudes. I got hood partners, you feel me? But like, it's a choosing issue, you feel me?
That is true, but that's just one example. Like, you can find a cute dude, he dressed nice, he dressed real well, like, He take you on a date, and then all of a sudden he switch up. He not text you back as much, but he's still claiming that he messed with you. But it's like, dang, I already done fell in love with the person that you already showed. I fall in love on the first link, okay?
And see, that's your problem. See, but now let me take it to another level. And I know you're not gonna like this. Many people hearing this not gonna like this. If you talking to a dude and you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you feel like he might not be the person he proclaimed himself to be, shouldn't your women's intuition tell you that, you like, what happened to women's intuition? I thought that was the strongest force known to man. I thought it's always accurate.
I feel like the intuition is more deeper into the relationship. Like once y'all actually like locked in and you feel something after that, I feel like it's too early. Like it's too early in the like honeymoon phase that we get blindsided by like all the attention, all the love, and all that. So
what
like,
you're implying? So what you're implying is women's intuition doesn't exist until y'all deep in, right? That's what you're trying to say?
I'm gonna say that's for me, yeah, because I'm for sure delusional in the first couple, at least month and a half.
Okay, so it's a you problem. We got it. We got to figure it out. We got to figure it out. Nah, bro, I understand. Some dude, no, I ain't gonna lie to you, because, you know, some dudes, they don't show who they are. You know what I'm saying? They introduce a vibe that they really can't maintain, you feel me? And I feel like that's just an issue where, if with prayer, you feel me, we got to start praying more for when we start running into dudes that we feel like we going to take seriously, because God could lead you to the right people. He'll tell you signs and all that. Even if you're not a religious person, you might want to get into that praying stuff so that, you know what I'm saying, you won't run into these ancient niggas. You feel me?
That's real.
You feel me?
That's real. It's always, okay, I be trying to pray, but then I see a fine dude on the street, or I see a fine dude at the club, and he's trying to buy me a drink. And it's just,
see, that's your problem, bruh.
I can't. Oh my God.
I feel you, kinda, sorta, not really, but I feel you. You feel me? Look, let me ask you another question. Bro. You're entertaining as hell. Let me ask you another question. If you could make one thing illegal because it irritates you, what would it be?
Splitting the pole. Splitting.
You know what?
Pole.
You got the right one this time. Why you don't like people that split the pole?
Because, like, you don't care about our friendship, and why am I wasting my life going back around the pole just because you couldn't follow the rule? Like, that's crazy to me. Like, you don't care?
Okay, so
No,
you want to know a fun fact about me? And many people hate this about me. I'm a religious pole splitter. Let me tell you why. Fool. I've never heard of one person that's ever died because they split the pole. I've never heard of one person that experienced bad luck whenever they split the pole. What makes you think that when this humanity got started, the one secret code or potion or spell as to bad luck was walking on the other side of poles different from everybody else that you're walking with? Who made that up?
My grandma, and I'm gonna stick to it.
See, because that's the thing about me. I always tell people, look, I'm a natural pole splitter, because I believe in God, and I believe that, you feel me, God is above bad luck because of poles. Mind you, poles are man-made, which I've always been that type of person, bro. If we walk in and I accidentally split the pole, or I'm walking and then people be like, don't split the pole. Oh, every time I'm gonna split that pole, you feel me?
That's evil.
See, y'all think it's evil. Who invented that trope though?
My grandma. Have you ever heard about the broom? Don't sweep my feet with no broom. I swear I'm gonna crash out.
So that's another one, huh? When you sweep somebody.
Another one.
Yeah, bro, we're cooked. You feel me? Like, I don't understand. I just want to know where it came from. I don't know where it came from.
My grandma just told me, and I stuck with it ever since. And I'm gonna continue to stick to it, because I'm gonna assume that you don't care about our friendship if you split the pole.
All right, fam. If I was to ever meet you one day and we going places, just know every pole is being splat. You feel me?
Saying that's sick work.
Right. Nah, look, bro. Before I let you go, bro, because you're entertaining again. Like I said, bro, do you have any wild, unpopular opinions that you wouldn't say out loud?
Ooh, that's a hard one. Wild, unpopular opinions. Girls need to start telling their friends when they don't look good. Okay, like, automatically tell your homegirl, like, her wig is lifting, she shouldn't wear that. Like, you could be nice about it, but it needs to be said. Like, normalize telling your homegirl what to wear, or helping her.
No. Let's make it absolute. Let's not be, you know what I'm saying? This is the FAXTORY. This is the FAXTORY. We finna be honest. Girls need to tell their homegirls when they're not attractive.
Ooh, that's
No, let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a spade a spade.
Somebody for everybody.
See, you're assuming that when I say your homegirl is not attractive, you're associating it with, okay, she's never gonna find love, nothing's gonna go up for her. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we've built a trope that says everybody is beautiful, and that's true. Everybody's beautiful in their own way. Now, when you start to hyperbolize that, and now you telling people that everybody is fine as hell, everybody's just gorgeous. Nah, the brakes are being pushed, bro. We're pushing like too much dip on the chip. But
so how do you uplift a woman's confidence then if you don't tell her that she bad?
See, I have no problem with uplifting people's confidence, you feel me? The problem is when that confidence turns into arrogance. You know how many women start to act a little cocky, start to act like they're all that in the bag of chips whole time. They really not. And it be girls that be wanting to tell them that too, but they don't want to. They want to be a girl's girl and all that. Then when dudes come into her life and she don't got as much motion as she thought, or they just around because they want to be lustful toward her and not want to build anything, that's when she has to figure out. And then that's what leads to some women being depressed. So if we really think about it, y'all are the reason why women be depressed, because y'all don't want to tell your homegirls that they are not all at a bag of chips, fool. You feel me?
That's gonna send me into a psychosis, okay?
You feel me? I'm just, look, I like your unpopular opinion. Probably the best one that we've ever gotten in Fax.Koolaid show history. Not gonna lie to you. Yo, what's good with it, bro? Welcome to the Fax.Koolaid pod, bro.
Thank you.
So yeah, bro. The call-ins are back, bro, as I mentioned on all my social media platforms, bro. The way I'm running it this episode, bro, I'm letting anybody discuss whatever they want to talk about, whether it's a Q&A or whether it's a, you know what I'm saying, a rant or an unpopular opinion, bro. I'm gonna let you pick a couple, bro. So what you want to talk about?
All right, unpopular opinion.
All right, go ahead. Let me hear it.
I'm tired of hearing about fucking Diddy.
You tired of hearing about Diddy?
I'm tired of hearing about Diddy. That it's on everybody's fucking podcast. I love the Breakfast Club, but they keep talking about Diddy every day. I'm like, damn. Can we not cover any other real news? Shit.
Bro, it's because of the federal RICO case, though. You feel me? It's like when it comes to like news in industries and media, you gotta talk about what's trending. And many people are following the Diddy case all over social media. So it's like one could feel tired about hearing about Diddy and all that, but it's like the news gotta cover it. You feel me? Even Breakfast Club, because and then Breakfast Club is making hella money covering this shit. Like they talk about it every single day, bro.
That's the problem. I like when Breakfast Club, the good interviews, the shit is actually kind of. The politicians, Al Green.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This Diddy trial is 8 weeks, bro. If you tired about hearing about it now when it's only week 3, you gonna be worn out by week 7, week 8. Then it might go further because of all the recess and all the stoppage of trials, bro. It might just blow you, bro. Not gonna lie. Pause.
No Diddy over here, man.
You feel me? You feel me? But nah, though. Look. Let's see, bro. What you want to cover? Q&A, rant. What else?
Yeah, I had a Q&A.
So what's your question?
Other question is, how do you... So, I've been following you. I don't know how I started following you, but I used to work at TSU.
Mm-hmm.
There is no secret, but, like, what advice would you give to folks regarding trying to get their social media popping?
Okay.
Like, all the influencer shit, just...
Basically, like, tips on how to lead to a, successful social media platform and all that stuff?
Yeah, just a successful following. Yeah, just like a decent following. Like, you have a significant following.
So I think for me, and I'm glad that you mentioned that there is no set formula / secret weapon as to how to get followers and have a successful social media platform, because that's definitely true, bro. Many people feel like there's just a secret code or a secret potion or a hidden gate-kept method on how to grow a social media platform. It isn't, and that's the common misconception. It's many things that have to be ingrained into your mind, but one of them that I'll say that I haven't said before on my platform, the best content creators, whether it's YouTubers, whether it's, you feel me, streamers, or whether it's people that do TikToks, people that do YouTube, whether they do even people that post on Twitter and everything, bro. They've mastered amnesia, bro. Mastering amnesia when it comes to this content game is very key, bro. You got to understand that you might work on a video, you might have a concept, you might put out something and it fails. It completely bombs, bro. But you can't let that bomb video determine your grind and make it go down. If you have a video that you've been working on for 3 days and you're so confident in it, and then out of nowhere it doesn't do any numbers, because that's gonna happen to you. You gotta look at that video, maybe cry about it for 30 seconds, and then move on. Not gonna lie to you, like you dead ass have to be able to look at a video, say, okay, this failed, on to the next one. You feel me? All the best content creators in the world, they've never blown up every single video that they've ever posted. Even myself, many people often mention how there are videos that have been touching 1 million views on here and TikTok and all that stuff, but it's also videos that haven't gotten more than 200 likes. You feel me? It's like, bro, like that's gonna happen. So I feel like for content creation, mastering amnesia is gonna take you to the top, because you gotta go every single day. Like I mentioned earlier, you gotta go every single day when it comes to this content. You see, there gotta be some type of grind. And when you start to pay attention to low numbers, that takes away from your grind. You just gotta keep going every single day, have amnesia.
Yeah, I guess the other question is, how do you figure out what lane you're in? Like, if someone looked at you as I look at your thing, I don't know what your lane is. I feel like you're just a influencer. You cover various things, mostly your college life, but now that you're out of college, what's your identity now? So
look, like people won't even realize this, but in my bio, at where I had TSU 25, because obviously that was my graduation year, I'm not in college anymore, so I moved it. I put the machine. The machine. I call myself the machine because I don't just talk podcast, bro. I'm finna start streaming soon. I've been getting a lot of content. I've been getting a whole lot of traction because I just started doing journalism within streaming. That's one avenue. Many people also know or may not know I'm a musician, so music content is about to be posted as well. For me, I've grown my platforms to the point where I can start posting other things and they'll get traction from different audiences, bro. That's why I call myself the machine, because I'm popping out different categories of content. You feel me? So I think it's about taking your talent and what you're good at, whether it's talking, whether it's, some people will do music, some people do art, even if some people want to have a content pool of educational purposes and stuff like that. You got to choose what you're good at, then put that content out. So it's about knowing what works for you. Because obviously, if I want to put out content on African American studies, I would have to be good at talking to African American studies. I wouldn't just talk about something that I know I'm not good at. You feel me?
No, I definitely get you. Because I've been trying to do it myself. I'm a coach now, but I also work in healthcare. So it's a matter of just trying to blend those avenues together.
Yeah, bro. It's about knowing what works for you, and sometimes you got to figure that out. You feel me? There's a few ideas that I've wanted to do that didn't work at the time. There's a few ideas that I've had that did work. You got to figure out what works from you, and then from there capitalize on it.
I guess last question is, if you had to rate your experience at TSU, would you recommend it? Because they have a bachelor's degree that I'm thinking about going after there. So what's your thoughts about TSU? Is how at TSU that people really been talking about? How bad is the housing situation at TSU? As much as people been posting about it.
Okay, so let's get into it, man. I have a love-hate relationship with the school that I graduated from. You feel me? I'm not gonna go into detail, but it depends on what you want to do. Like, what's your major?
So they have I'm an EMT myself, but they have a respiratory therapy bachelor's degree in Houston versus me having to go to like UT Austin or anything like that.
Okay, so what I would say is, first of all, book a tour. You feel me? It depends on what you can allow and what you would want to go through. Like what I used to tell people, because many people ask me this question all the like, bro, you don't know how many DMs I get. Should I come to TSU? Should I? It depends on what you can take. You feel me? If you're a man and you, let's say you're a football player, but you also care about the women and how good they look. Yeah, come to TSU. You feel me? They look good over here. Now, if you're somebody that doesn't like mess, and you know that you're always like the main character of some classes and stuff like that, maybe you don't want to come here. Maybe that'll be too much for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're somebody, like, it depends on what you can take and what you can't. If you don't like to deal with, you said what?
I'm old.
Yeah, you're old, bro. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. For somebody who's mature enough to withhold and withstand everything, yeah, come to TSU, man. But as far as my experience, bro, that's a conversation topic for a whole nother pod, brother. Yes, sir. But bro, I appreciate you for calling in to the pod, and I appreciate the support, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me on.
Of course, brother. Guy, for sure.
Yo,
what's good, brother? Welcome to the Fax.Koolaid podcast show, fam.
What's up, brother? What's up? Nice to meet you, brother.
Of course, fam. I appreciate all the support, you feel me? Everything that you know what I'm saying, showing love and all that. I appreciate everybody for that, to be honest with you. Again, bro, the call-ins are back, family. And you know what I'm saying? I'm allowing everybody to be able to call because, you know, folks have been saying that they've been wanting to call in, everything like that. So we're back, and you know what I'm saying? The factory is not going to judge you for anything that you say, brother. So you can be honest about anything that you say, fam.
I bet.
All right, so what avenue to do the call-in for? Q&As, rant, unpopular opinion?
A little story.
Okay, bet. So you got a story. What is the story involving, brother?
It's about a kid beating another kid up. It ain't your average story.
All right, let's hear it.
All right. So the day started off normal. You know, we're in class. Everyone's chilling. It's like fourth period. We hear an announcement. We're going on lockdown. Everyone's like, oh, shit, what? You know, we're all just chilling in the classroom and shit. We have no idea what's going on. But then an hour later, everyone starts checking their phone. Everyone starts talking about it. We look at the videos and shit. This kid grabbed this other kid, picked him up WWE style, and dropped him on the floor like it was nothing. And then this kid goes and stomps on his head, and then the other kid starts having a seizure midway.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Where is the rep? Do something. Where's the police?
The police ain't nowhere, brother. It was school security, but this was on our 4th floor.
And this is high school?
School security. Yeah.
Did you even get permission?
Nowhere to be found.
Did you even get permission from the kid before you told this story?
Hey, graduation's in 1 week, brother. It's okay, brother. It's all it takes.
So what else happened, man? What else happened, bro?
Kid was having a seizure, and this all started because the other kid started talking about his mom. And he said, watch, I'll show you what's going to happen if you talk about my mom. And kids started talking about his mom. Kids took it outside. He said, all right, let's take it outside like real men. They took it outside. And the rest is history. Kids started having a seizure, like going crazy. We went on lockdown for another hour. Security finally comes up. And the kid is already having a seizure midway through. So, like, they couldn't stop the fight. The fight already happened. Everything already happened. So they had to call 911. They had to get the cops down there. They had to get the freaking EMS down there to help the kid out. The kid had to go to the hospital. It was a whole thing, bro. And everyone was talking about it for like a good week.
And just to be clear,
yeah,
the kid that had the seizure was also the kid that was talking about old dude's mom, correct?
Yeah.
And you see, it's like, that doesn't make it better, but it's like, damn, you know? Like,
yeah.
Like, what's the, like, you know?
Everyone was in shock. They were like, oh, shit. So for that whole week, everyone stayed out that kid's way. No bullshit. Everyone was staying out that kid's way. And everybody was like, all right, you know, ain't nobody want problems with you. You good. You good, brother. Stay where you were. And
fatality.
That kid ended up getting suspended for a whole week. He had to literally leave school. And, bro, it was...
The kid that got the seizure?
Nah, the kid who drop kicked him.
Okay. Oh, it was a drop kick.
Yeah, it was literally like WWE style, bro. You ever seen John Cena pick up someone and like freaking drop him? Imagine it exactly like that, bro.
Okay. Honestly, you feel me? I'm glad that you finna graduate, you feel me? Before I get you off the phone, bro, you got any type of like what's a crazy unpopular opinion that you have, bro? The fact that you told that story, I just feel led to ask you because I know you finna say some crazy shit.
Bullshit. Like, I don't know what's up with niggas anymore, but like anytime you step out the house with an outfit, niggas be like, bro, didn't you have that outfit on the other day? Like, laundry detergent exists. Use your brain, nigga. Laundry detergent exists. Like,
bro, you wanna know what's funny?
Yeah.
Even all through my high school days and college days, it was so, I used to get annoyed by people that used to outfit watch, bro. Like, let's say I go somewhere, right? And maybe I'm the only one.
Yeah.
If there's nobody there where I went, I'm repeating that outfit, bro. I don't care what nobody say. If you think that's dirty, screw you, brother. Like, I'm going, bro, let there be nobody at that event. I'm wearing it again. And if the one or two people that was there asked me, didn't you wear the outfit the other day? Yes, I did. How much did you get paid trying to pay attention to that shit, though? You feel me?
Literally.
You gonna have a bright future ahead of you, fam.
I appreciate it, brother. Thank you for letting me talk. You know, thank you. Appreciate you. And of course, you know, I'm always here to support. Always here to show support.
I appreciate it, fam, bro. Appreciate you for calling in, brother. I appreciate it, fam. Once again, if you ever want to call into the Fax.Koolaid podcast show, DM at every single social media platform of Fax.Koolaid, and you will be on the queue for the next episode. Now, as we end off this episode, bro, I want to remind everybody, make sure you stay heavy into your prayer life, bro. It is way too wicked out here for folks to be neglecting prayer, bro. We got to get into it, and we got to get into it fast, bro. That's going to be the last message I say to y'all. As y'all know, Fax.Koolaid, I don't make the rules.
Imagine seeing